and how such will benefit Nigeria.
A strong United Nations delegation and partners have paid a courtesy visit to the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development in continuation of efforts to advocate for children's rights. The delegation, which comprised United Nations Children's Fund, Unicef, and representatives of UN Security Council members, reiterated their clamor for children's rights, especially in the face of sporadic unrest in the country. Undoubtedly, Nigeria has faced some challenges trying to consistently connect its teeming children population with their rights, as it is understood that children account for about 60% of internally displaced persons in the country, with estimates suggesting 1 in every 4 children found in IDP camps are under the age of 5. UNICEF Nigeria country representative Christian Munduate said although the body is not directly involved in funding the university education of Nigeria's Chibok girls released after they were kidnapped in 2014 during the height of Boko Haram insurgency, they are however taking other significant steps to ameliorate the plight of the girls who fell victims to the infamous abduction.
We agreed that UNICEF is not directly supporting the university studies of the Chibok girls, but we do work in quality education and access to school, mainly primary and secondary school. By saying so, anyhow, given that she raised this point, we will visit and we'll try to find out a little bit more on the resilient mechanisms that are set for the psychological support of the girls. At times they have suffered a huge trauma, and maybe there are some things there that still need to be worked on to heal the wounds, right?
She further clarified the role of UNICEF as she stressed their services extend to male children with the ultimate aim of protecting the vulnerable members of the society from danger.
To be very direct on this, UNICEF does not give support programs of defense practices, but we understand the huge concern. I think this is, yes, an issue of working with girls and protecting them, but also we have a huge pending agenda to work with boys and work with adolescent boys in order to have an understanding on the consequences of these practices, which of course threatens and even puts in danger the life of many girls and women in the country.
Similarly, Caitlin Brush, UNICEF's humanitarian policy specialist, explained that UN-sanctioned report on child rights and armed conflict in Nigeria is expected to be the foundation for the conclusion of members of the UN Security Council.
The report upon which the Security Council members will be basing their conclusions is a report that's specific to Nigeria that's been produced by the Secretary General on the basis of UN-verified information that's been collected in Nigeria. And we do this work globally now in 26 countries. There was also a Secretary General's report that includes information on all 26 countries, including Nigeria, that was released a couple of weeks ago that my colleague mentioned. And so the entire UN community comes together to collect information on the 6 grave violations of child rights and armed conflict, verify that information to the highest standards, standards that we use globally and really stand behind, and then include that information for the Secretary General's consideration, for the Security Council's consideration, and for the public to be aware of the situation.
According to official data, the demography of children under the age of 5 stands at nearly 31 million in Africa's most populous country, while 7 million babies are born each year. In Abuja, Nigeria's capital, Abiodun Mohammed, Top Accolade News.